Hello, this is Jer, and trying to survive Relic on Oxygen Not Included. Once again, on hard mode, of course. Let's get right to this. This time around, no bionic dupes, at least in the early stages. We have Brocky, Alos, and Vlop. Alos is actually going to be more of a dig builder, which is a little bit different. Everyone's getting the early bird trait. Demolior Survivors is the name of this colony. Let's give this a go. So starting off the same as usual. I'm gonna disable, disinfect. Gonna go to the schedule. Assign this, turn that off. And then we will just set some priorities. Construction, digging, and supply. And then yeah, we'll get started. Actually, hold on. Let's go Vlop on researching. First thing we're going to start off doing a little bit of digging, both up and down. As soon as we're available, we'll start putting in our ladder system. Fill in our ladder in between some of these. Let's go over in this direction and this direction as well. Continue our ladder both up and down as we can. I think I'll take a moment now to get our barracks and our latrine. We've got a design for our barracks and latrine slightly different, just in terms that we're going to have a height of 3 over here. And kind of taking advantage of the natural, well, somewhat natural flat area over here. Get some of these doors. Get someone to take this out for us. Boom. And I can finish this construction. Just going to be 3 outhouses. Get early access to some water, at least compared to last time, or pitcher pump. With the barracks and the latrine created, extending our ladder both up and down. Now we've got a spot right here for a pitcher pump. Make that a priority so we can fill in water over here. So we should be getting water supplied. Blop on that. Let's fill in some of these sections here. Point these in the right direction. Do we ever, okay, there, oh, I see. Oh, I see. Maybe just take that over. Anything else? Okay, so we're going down here so we get a little bit of oxygen early in that path. So I'm just changing the schedule quickly, right before we continue on. Put Vlop down here. Just with the idea, just want to make sure that everyone washes their hands. If anyone gets sick early on, that would just be a real pain. Alright, so Vlop up in the morning. Maybe I'll get you to focus on getting over here. Fill in some ladders here. Vlops. Yep. We're going to be looking at this. It's a plant that we could get. There's some calories. Now we can get the map of where we need to build our obsidian wall. And I've got a different plan. Slightly different plan, a little bit more optimal, hoping it will be. 9 cycles until impact. Just 9 to build this thing. Okay, I'm gonna keep that selected. Which is it? Oh, this, okay, I was gonna say. All right, so we've got that selected. Here is my outline of what I need to do. Need to get some obsidian, bring it up here, and I've got a slightly different plan, but until we've got the ability to get obsidian, let's continue on a little bit more. We've got a plan to get an oxygen diffuser. I was ignoring that last time, thinking maybe we'll worry about oxygen later on. Well, not last time, but earlier tries. Not doing that this time because I found this was super beneficial, especially when we get into this area. The other thing I'm going to make sure I do is dig 4 tiles wide to get airflow going. I'm going to try to minimize. One thing I did do, I sent wire here and put in oxygen diffuser up there. I'm going to see if I can avoid having to do that much at least. And see if I can get oxygen just to naturally flow. The other thing that I'm doing different is I'm kind of bumping up and down to make the process of my obsidian wall a little bit easier. We have gotten to the bottom yet. At some point I want to get, like last time, send this water out of the way. That we're going to go up here differently. Some power going in our oxygen diffuser. Good. So this will give us some oxygen. Let's open up this to get carbon dioxide to flow down nice and easily. Oh, we've carved out around there. So we don't have anyone that can dig through granite or obsidian yet. I'm going to be doing how I assign those skills a little bit differently too. Okay, so I see Brachionalos on this. Just seeing if there's any other construction, I suppose. Maybe down here. Open up this. Take out some wild plants that are in the way over here. Let's just I'm going to be making sure the oxygen level is nice and healthy. The other thing that I'm going to do, let's see, check on this. Tells you the different biomes that are here, and there's a radioactive biome, which tells me that maybe I don't need to worry about uranium ore. We'll bring it in if we can. I'd like to have the lead, but that's going to be a bonus. The other thing is, other than the water, I'm going to prioritize in extracting water and storing that down here. Still need to open this up. Let's just do this and this. But I'm going to make a rule. No extracting resources, getting greedy until the wall's built. Except for buried objects. I'm going to make an exception to make a plan right now, actually, to get a bunch of food access, just so that we don't have to, well, food's important. So now I've got a plan to get some buried objects at the top of this asteroid. Should maybe mark a few of these plants to be harvested if we are able to. $19,000 calories. Got 0.4 cycles into the next dupe. The next dupe's going to be a little bit different than last time. Let's just make sure we've got nice oxygen up in our working area. Did we ever get this? Okay, so this area has been opened up. Well, not exactly. Let's do this. And just to be safe, don't want to drown that guy. Okay, thank you for stepping out of the way there. That should be good here. We'll go, I guess that's food we can grab later. Let's get up here. Concentrate on getting buried objects where we're going to lose all of this at some point. Didn't quite. I'll redo this a little bit. Okay, slightly better plan right here. Let me just check where this was in terms of its growth. Farming. Oh no. Up here, farming. Yeah, let's let that go. All right, time for another dupe. So we're bringing in Stegos. Now Stegos only has a +3 to excavation, but they're having super duper hard digging as a skill to start with. That's going to give them the ability to dig through obsidian. This is a little bit differently than I had it. So technically they're +5, but it's a couple things. Let's put them down here. Let's make sure we get their other skills. So now another +2 to excavation, but they can also dig through granite. So we can go through granite and obsidian. And priorities. Let's focus on digging. Actually, for second Vlop, not that it matters right now, but maybe later on. Discourage everyone from tidying except for them. Take that back off on research. And do the same thing for cooking across the board. All right, and just double check that I made this a priority. Good. So now we can go collect our obsidian. So Stego's going to take their skill, run over here. And start knocking out some obsidian pieces. The rest of the dupes going up in this zone. Might actually redo this yet again, slightly differently. Just planning a move to remove the water down below so we can use it later on. Let's continue on with Stego here. So they should be able to get all around this guy. Some great objects here and here. Well, there's technically also one there. Well, maybe we'll collect more of those. 27,000 calories. So we've got a natural gas geyser. It's more the obsidian that I care about at the moment. So we'll snag that all around. Oh, and let's see. One last piece that this... if I dig that out... Hold on, I'm just curious. That become... No, that doesn't become accessible. Let's put that right there, and I'll keep Stegos in the area while one of the other dupes builds this. So trying to keep Stego around this zone, just for this ladder to be built, so that we can get in outer last piece of obsidian. Oh, okay, it's built. I was like, how did that happen? Oh, it's because the ladder went in so fast I didn't even see. Alright, so that's all the obsidian. I'll keep that as a task to do later on because there's some buried objects in there, but let's move on to collect some more obsidian. So here is what I've got planned. I'm going to go to priorities for Vlop and focus them on storing. I've selected some obsidian. I'm going to gather this here. Everything else is going to make their way essentially to this point. Stego, you have a project priority of going down here. Let's make sure that Vlop is doing this correctly. Stego. Oh. I mean... Sure, I guess that's not critical until we get to this point. Though maybe, if that's going to be the case, make another priority of digging this out, eventually getting a ladder to go across. Like that. So there's more obsidian over here. Okay, and interrupt Stego. Alright, so all this obsidian being collected in one spot. By the strength of Blopo. Blop. Just making sure these guys are there. Elos is down here. See, buried object. Might as well sneak that through. Okay, awesome. Let's take this piece of obsidian. Push it right there. So they're able to lift 320. Once, can't wait till they get their skill upgrade. Okay, actually, let's have a look at that. I'm wondering if I should wait to relocate this from here all the way up to here till after that or not. I guess it depends on when I want to start supplying obsidian, which might be pretty soon. Maybe we'll start the process. I'll get Vlop to move this 7 tons, nice, all the way up here. Process can start. There's also the... Oh, let's knock this out. Don't want to force any dupes to get wet. They don't have to. How are we doing down here? Okay, approaching 2 more geysers. This one is a volcano, and I want to be careful with that guy. Other thing, okay, we'll let's do this first, but eventually I want to move that water soon too. Okay, so I'll make a plan to get around this guy. The next priority is down here to get more obsidian. Get a ladder, go down, build a wall around this guy before we're done. Remind myself that doesn't have to be obsidian though. That priority too. I think we're gonna hold off on that piece of obsidian. Oops. Maybe we will start if this is... Okay, that hasn't arrived quite yet. This is a... Yeah, I think we're okay. So going in this direction. Can eventually be going up to collect some water. So now that I've got some obsidian up here, in fact, where are we? Obsidian, 300 or 3,000, so I might wait to collect this until Blop has more strength. Let's to go finding some food. 5.7 cycles. Okay, so that is that done, except for the fact that we want to take care of the fact that we don't want this volcano producing heat. Though before I do that, I'll collect the obsidian. So I think maybe this is the next priority. So we're going to be going both up and down on trying to get stuff from over here. And I see that we're not able to get across, so let's just make a little bridge like this. So collecting even more obsidian. Outhouse visit. Filling this in just that I can do that safely without having water fall on us. Oh, flop. Sorry. How best to do? Yeah, it's probably high priority. Okay. Starting to make our way up there. I think it's time to knock this over. As well, if we can get up there, we'll take that out. Start relocating some water. Just very curious more than anything else about Vlop. Okay, you keep upping your skill. Oh, hellos. At least I noticed them quickly. Alright, I think I'll make a plan to get up in this zone just so that the dupes don't run out of things to do. Keep digging here, making a little path up like this way. Allows relocating some water. A little bit more obsidian on this side, so this is a cool slush geyser. Maybe we should start supplying a little bit of obsidian. Here's where I'm installing the first few pieces of obsidian tiles. Collecting more obsidian here. Oh, and I think there was a skill, yeah. Alos on hard digging. So now we've got 2 dupes that can go through granite, which will be very nice once we get up to this part of the project. Let's check our obsidian over here. 6 tons at that location, so we won't bring any more up just yet. We make a priority of digging around here, guys. And we'll do a bit of a mop up. More water on the way just before we abandon. Not a great place to take lunch, Alos. Hold on. Oh. That might work. That might last. This oxylite might last long enough. I mean, worst. Okay, I could create a tile there and it would just... I'm going to bet that that's going to be fine. Oh, new dupe time. So now I'm bringing in Dilop, and this is a bit interesting. This is essentially my ranching dupe in the future. And oddly giving them the super hard digging skill now. So that gives me the ability to go through Abyssalite. I may not need that, but if I do, it's there. And my thinking is ranching, if I do get to ranching, I won't be going after the Dartles. So I don't think I need a strong rancher when I do start that process. So they're going to get +3 to athletics. Ranching, they'll be used later on. But now I can get through Abyssalite at least, should I need it. And I really didn't want to do that with Scientist. Or the dupe that's doing researching. So that's why I'm bringing Rancher in a little bit earlier. We're going to play the next little pieces very slowly. Rocky, we're going to give you extra construction envelope. Okay, awesome. That gives us more carrying skills. I could give... I might even do this. I might give them, worried about that stressing them out, so I might hold off until their first break. Speaking of break, let's send it off there. We've got water going down. Okay, dupes going down here. And there's optimization. You can block them from accessing this thing. I didn't do that, but that's all right. Next thing I want to do is dig this out. I'm going to start to condense some of the material here and over here together so we can finish the construction that's necessary around this guy. Also open up this guy. Yeah, so I'll just pick up a few more pieces of obsidian and we'll condense it that location. And I might even put a tile right there. More water draining. I'm going to be watching here. Watch oxygen levels. Right now it seems good, so that's awesome. Oh, didn't even see that, but Deloff took out a little bit of obsidian there. Forget about that. Don't know that that's actually the most important thing, so I'm going to make this a priority 4, but if it gets done, it gets done. And if not, we've got more important things. Digging a path. This is important. I need to get access to water to throw on this. Obviously, we need to make the wall around that first. So Deloff should be using their new skills. I don't know if this guy is going to be able to output anything rising pressure. I guess we'll find out in a moment. So Deloff should be going down below to condense down here. Overpressure, yeah. I might as well start outputting this. And just to minimize, won't make this a priority or anything, the polluted water, we'll do that. Or polluted oxygen, rather. So that's a little bit early access to cool polluted water. Not that that's a big deal. Fishing, mopping up here. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay. Well, this area is cleared out, so I can start the construction of my obsidian tiles up here. And then we'll start digging up in this zone. Calories, 25,000. So I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. The water's drained out. How did that look? It's looking well down here. No issues. Important project going on here too. So maybe I'll design this as well. Actually, after this tile was installed, we have a little bit of water landing that actually might prevent the polluted oxygen situation. So maybe that wall down there is not needed. Let's do a priority of getting this done. I just fear that I'm going to forget about it. Let's install some walling around here. Take that out as well. And install that. No. Oh yeah, they can reach that together, so we'll do that in priority. So I want to put a bump over like this so we can land some water in here. Oh, I was making that out of obsidian. All right. I'll leave it. But yeah, if thinking myself, the more I push this up, more. Oh, I might want a ladder right there too. I guess the less water I'll need. I'm hoping to not need this water to be dropped. Actually, I'm pretty sure we're safe. Even without that. See, I want to cover this whole thing. So this is 9, 10 with that. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you know what? Let's throw that tile in. All right, so obsidian tiles up here. Digging path up here. Oxygen flowing in. Not going to the bleach stone until this bin is created. Maybe it doesn't need to be created exactly there. Make that the priority. Obsidian. Okay, good. So that's been installed. Now, are we ready for the water? I would say we are. Do that so it does not get forgotten about. Okay, so we've gotten up to this zone. We'll dig in. I've got to... Yeah, let's go... I'll make a full path up. So we're going to be digging up here. Extracting some bleach stone, so I want to stay on top of that. Some water landing. Okay, so that is bleach stone. I'm going to put down here, high priority. Check. Let's take storing off. So Vlop can concentrate on supplying everything. That was one thing that went wrong last time. Well, maybe one of a few things. But Vlop really needs to focus on using their strengths to supply it so the rest of the dupes don't have to do currently what Brocky's doing. Okay, Vlop, you need to get to work. Especially for this next part. Let's put that like that. Getting up here, and this is going to be probably a low oxygen area for a time. But I think that will... the question is, do I have to get this to go up here? I'm hoping not. Let's assume not for the time being. Ooh, okay. Well, we're doing well. Not doing well. What happened? What? There. What happened to my water? There's a massive amount of water that's sitting right there. What? And how do I best fix this? This is strange. I'm going to open this up, and there'll probably be like an explosion of water. This will be interesting. Check the schedule. Right, I'm going to do... Is that really going to be needed? Kind of done all our digging. I'm gonna hold off. Where are we with 2.8 cycles? 1.4. Oh, we definitely want to watch this. Aloes coming in. Taking this out. Stegos. Oh, you're... Stegos. I'll let them finish, but technically they can go at this point. Yep, you're sopping wet. That's unfortunate. But they're able to get out, and they'll eventually dry off. Calories, 16,000. I wonder if I should spend a little bit of time now looking for some buried objects. Maybe. So just to make sure we don't starve, I've carved out a plan to get various buried objects. Actually, maybe we get into this zone. See a little bit more here as well. Down there, up there. All around, pretty much, buried objects. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to start to install some shale. I'm going to go like this. So we can create some vacuum tiles and Vlop is now participating, which is really good. So we'll have this installed right there. Maybe make that... no, we'll just leave it alone. So still have room. Check the oxygen level. Good. Awesome. Very quick progress. Just worried about that little end getting forgotten. What are we doing up here? Okay, low oxygen. I'm hoping that that's going to start to flow up by the time we get up there. But we've got more work to do here. Start our vacuum process, maybe. Or yeah. Destroying all of this. How are we doing for Obsidian? 19 tons. So what I want to do is take some shale. Do this. And that and that. We can create some vacuums there. Fill this in. Oh. Oh, you just went on break it. You just... Okay. Unfortunate. Come on, let's... Well, I mean, there's lots of oxygen. He's not gonna have problems. Alright, so there's that. Let's maybe start to install some obsidian up here. Start at the bottom and work our way up. We've got some obsidian tiles here, just pausing for a buried object, a little bit of nickel ore. Again, not going after any resources other than the water and the buried objects until this is done. If I need to lose everything that's up here, so be it. Okay, this is maybe a spot where mopping perhaps makes sense, but let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. So as this is being installed, let's dig out underneath. Let's see, this is definitely something that'll get forgotten. Haven't sealed this guy off, but that would be like the lowest priority. All the things that could go wrong. Okay, so we've got this. Let's make vacuums there. Take underneath like that. Then we'll fill in some shale right here. Being very careful. Let's double check some of our material in. Let's also make sure, because this is what got me last time. We are on outside. All this obsidian is outside where our new asteroid is going to impact. Okay, let's just let this go. I'm not going to be tempted by you. How are we doing for oxygen? Oh, that's looking healthy. That's looking very healthy. Let's install this all the way up like this. And at the same time, make I feel like a ladder's going to be needed right about here. Where are we? Just wanted 1.6 cycles. Okay, yeah. This is... They're getting soggy feet, so they'll be a little bit more... Just gonna mop that up. But we literally only have one cycle. I should probably... seal... Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna fill the obsidian in over here. Making a priority over there so I can just forget about that corner soon. Obsidian Velop, installing that for us. I was wondering if we needed to... no, not that. Grab this obsidian. 9. It still might make sense. Depending if I've got enough obsidian here to finish the project or not. I'll hold off on that. And next dupe. So I've been debating a while, do I bring in a dupe that can cook so that I can not have to worry rather about food? Or do I bring in scientists knowing that maybe I've got enough buried objects around? Decided to play it safe. So this is Carno. They have a plus 12 to cuisine, so this should allow us to cook very quickly, at least 60% faster. That's at an expense of this dupe not being able to dig well, though. So Carno is going to join the team. Let's put them maybe a schedule right down there. We're not cooking right away, so I guess there's no point in giving them their grilling skill. Priority-wise, though, do this before so I don't forget. They're going to focus on cooking. Got a cot being constructed for them. Okay, let's check this out. We've got vacuum up to this point. We need to dig that out too. Carno participating in the build. Okay, so we'll be able to get that in. Once that is done, now I can fill in this little section. Okay, let's fill in the top first, like this. See, dupes keep walking through that water. But I think, where are we? Yeah, we are coming up to the 1 cycle mark. Oh my goodness. Oh, please work, please work. Okay, hold on. Don't know that these... Don't know that they can access that. Pretty sure they can't. So I'm going to take that out rather than build a ladder. Somebody. Okay. Let's make that there. Is there any path? Let's make this lower priority to get over there. It's just a second. If that's buried object, we'll do this. But again, lower priority. Okay, let's get this together, guys. Let's get this together. How is oxygen? Okay, yeah. All right, well, it's good to see that. But I don't love the fact that we just have 1 cycle left. So I will start filling in shale here. Going down. Maybe we won't do that one just yet. Okay, good. Let's do this and open this up. Okay, this is where we're down to the wire. Down to the wire. Clearly, this is a signal to me. Getting resources. Ignore this. I mean, maybe I doomed myself. on extracting the water. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Making progress. This will actually be a quick build. I can do this, but we're going to have to start digging under. I don't want to get stuck anywheres. Because if I double this up, yeah, I'm going to be blocking dupes access. Please tell me I've selected the right material all the way down. Okay, I think... How are we doing for low on obsidian? In that region, but not necessarily out. Okay, careful, careful. Let's do this right. Okay, we'll have to kind of maybe do this as a funny build, but we can manage that at the end, this point. Okay, so there is this and this that we'll be able to get. Keep extending this down if we can. Okay, let's do this. Take this out. Take that out. Oh yeah, let's start digging. I think that's important. Just give ourselves a little bit more room up that way. Down this way. I think if we don't quite make it to this point, we'll be able to do this after our impact. But the center area here is going to be the most important. Probably because, first of all, that's where a lot of the heat is, and it's also kind of where our base is. Let's just do this. Okay, start to install this down here. Start to install this like this. This is a lot easier for me to manage with this technique. Okay, so this is going to give us a vacuum. Double check. All the way over to there. Where are we on time? 0.7 cycles. Wow. Anything going wrong with the base? Please tell me everything is looking happy. I never did block this guy in, but if we get a little natural gas, I'm just going to live with it. I'm happy with dealing with that. Okay, double check the materialing. Now this is where it's going to be really necessary to plan this part all that great, but I think I designed this such that I wouldn't have to remove you. I think that's still going to be the case. Fill that in. Alright, we can start the process of making some vacuum along this way. Gotta be careful. Wait. This is one of those ones I kind of have to manage. Shale. Okay. Vacuum here, vacuum there. Vacuum everywhere. Excellent. More progress. Let's continue this shale going up this way, guys. Check the oxygen, but looks like it's good from the... Yeah, okay. All right, well, if this doesn't work out, at least I know that a single oxygen diffuser up here is good, though I'm really hoping we get it this time. Let me double check the yellow dotted line. We have not crossed it. Do not cross that line. I'm going to say more important to worry about that obsidian. And I'm not certain that they can actually access that or not. And then the actual vacuum. Though down here is very important in my mind. Double check. We never locked anyone in here, right? There's no dupes in there, right? Do not see dupes there. Okay, good, good. Just checking. We are doing well. I'm hoping this can be it. Okay. We need to go in this direction. Open that up. Oh, a half a cycle. Come on, just give me a little bit longer, though. We may be fine. Okay, this tile there needs to be done, guys. So does this one. So we could make that happen. Okay, we can make this happen. Gonna put this in play by play. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of the annoying part. Probably could have designed it such that I didn't have to do this little section, but at least it's just this little section, unlike last time. Make that happen. Make that happen. Okay, okay, and let's get some vacuum temperature protection up here. If we're able to. Oh goodness, this is where... I think this is less of a concern up here, though. Don't want to block anyone. Start to install some shale along there. Open this up as well. Okay, okay, okay. We'll come back to that. Do some vacuuming right down here, guys. Okay, good, 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 good. So we need that made. Just trying to get this through my mind. We can get a vacuum tile right here, so that means we need one more. Kind of like this. And that will, yeah, that would cover us. Oh, let's dig there. Don't want to trap anyone. Open this a little bit more for oxygen to flow up. Oh my goodness, we just have the nighttime period. Let's make this the priority down here. Okay, let's take this out. Here, here, and here. Okay, already had that. That's good. Alright, from here, we've got our vacuum to this point. Again, I may need to go. I'm hoping we make it, but it's down to the wire. So a little bit of shale here. Let's dig that open. Anything causing a problem down here? I could pull the alarm. At this point, there's not really any point, but okay, guys. Okay, let's think about this. Is there any final thing? We're covered, right? Both in terms of obsidian, not crossing the yellow line, and vacuum tiles, fully covering us up to here, but then no longer. There's either two things is going to happen. Either this is enough, and I will probably at priority get this done, and we'll just bleed a little bit of heat in here. Or this is going to melt through or get massive amount of heat, and I will have to somehow do the same thing and try to optimize just a little bit more. A few ideas of what that might involve. 6 cots, but maybe that won't be needed. Okay, another spot right there, guys. Someone does that. We might need to dig out down here. Install some shale here, here, here. But we can't install it there yet. Another tile, another vacuum. Okay. That could be done, right? That could be done. Can't fill this in until that becomes vacuum. Oh. I really want like 60 more seconds. And I can't do anything for a brief period of time, so dupes, you're on your own at the moment. Okay, no, I still can't. I still can't interact. I very much want to get down here and instruct you guys to... Okay. Let's not give up just yet, but let's pull the alarm. Maybe I should have pulled the alarm. Okay, yeah, no, it's just not working because the shales just won't stay anymore. Wow. I thought I was going to get it. I thought we were doing well. But, yeah, this is just max speed. Let's have a look. Down here, we did this well. But we just didn't make it in time. Nuts. I thought we were going to get it this time. At least we got here done. And I do really like this style. I think that helps a lot. But yeah, this is telling me that we have to get this done or we're cooked. This is not optional. Maybe relocating the water is something we could skip. Oh. Note to self about this being blown apart. I would have happily lived with that being the only problem. Thought on what I might do differently. Maybe it'll just come down to dupe selection. Making sure we get the right... Optimizing slightly on the skills. Rancher didn't need that abyssalite. Not that... Okay, so Bissolite is not needed. That is good to know. So freaking close. Did I squabble too much time down here looking for buried objects? No, because I'm nearly starving. Oh, and I should note to self, it's not a big deal, but I guess that was technically a tile that's going to be blown apart too. Okay. I thought we were going to get there. We are going to get there, though. It's going to happen. I just have to optimize just a tiny, tiny bit more. Anyways, I'll think about that. All right. I'll see you guys next time.